What is going on, good people of YouTube? I'm ImJslay. Thank you so much for joining me, and wherever you are, I hope you're having a great day. Today we're playing some Madden 21, but before we get into it, if you enjoy the content, leave a like rating, and if you'd like to see more, hit the subscribe button, and turn the notification bell on to stay updated with all of my uploads. If you missed our previous video, I'll leave a link in the description of this video for you to go check it out, but in it I bring you part 2 of my nickel 3-3-5 and 3-3-5 wide scheme, where we discuss the substitutions, the audibles, and we go over a few setups. If you need some help on defense, be sure to check that video out. So, for today's video, I am going to be bringing you another installment of our top 3 budget players at every single position. Yes, another installment. If you are new to the channel and are unaware, we have done multiple videos covering budget players at each position so far. Just to name a few: corners, safeties, quarterbacks, running backs, so much more. Be sure to click on the playlist link in the top right hand corner. It's going to take you right over to the playlist so you can check out who are the top budget players at each position. Now, real quick, before we get into my top 3 budget tight ends, I do want to try and outplay the YouTube algorithm, and in doing so, I would like for you to leave a comment in the comment section down below. The tight end position and basketball have been synonymous with each other for quite some time now. We've seen Antonio Gates, Jimmy Graham, and Tony Gonzalez, just to name a few, made the transition from a great college basketball player to one of the best tight ends to ever play the game. So I want you to leave a comment in the comment section down below and tell me, who is your favorite basketball player of all time? I would love to hear from you in the comment section down below. Now, unfortunately, none of the previously mentioned players are going to be on this list. They are either A, not usable, or B, too expensive to qualify. But who will qualify, coming in at the number 3 budget tight end spot, is going to be George Kittle. Now, one thing you're going to notice with all 3 of these tight ends is they do have the possessioned tight end archetype. What this means to you is that when you go and put the tight end apprentice ability on these players, it is going to be a 1 ability point ability, to whereas some of the other archetypes, specifically the vertical threat archetype, is going to be a 2 ability point ability. So by using this to your advantage, you can help save on an ability point that you can use towards another area of your team. But this George Kittle card is really solid, and one other thing that you want to consider when constructing your team is whether or not you want to run a theme team or not. George Kittle being a San Francisco 49ers, and the 49ers being one of the better theme teams, some could say the best theme team in the game right now, this could be a good, solid investment option that you could invest in going forward. The base card, without being powered up, does come with a pretty paltry 87 speed. However, when you take into account, once powered up, it's going to go to 88 speed, and then once you have Sprinter maxed out, it's going to go to 90 speed, and if you have this card on a full Niners theme team, it's going to be at 92 speeds. You can really maximize this Kittle card. And then when you take into account at some of the route running thresholds that he's going to get over when he is fully powered up, and when you have Play Fake fully maxed out, he's going to get up to 97 short route running and 95 medium route running. Hey, this is Josh post edit. I should mention the George Kittle medium route running threshold is only going to get to 94, so it's not going to get to 95. Unfortunately, I misspoke. He's only going to get to 94. That kind of sucks. George Kittle is also one of the better, if not the best, run blocking tight ends in the game. So when you need to call a run play and you need your tight end to go ahead and seal that edge, whether it be the defensive end or the linebacker on the outside, he's going to be able to do that. And he's going to be able to do that very well. He's 6'4", so he's got really good height, especially if your opponent is not going to be putting safeties down at linebacker. If he's going to be using true linebackers that don't animate, that 6'4" height is going to help Kittle out a lot. Okay, I am not going to re-record this because the price for George Kittle, I may be able to actually show this because I was recording prior to going in and actually showing the attributes. But this card is up for 107K right now. It was actually up for about 90K as I clicked on this card. I know you can get this thing for between 80 and 90K. Now, if you are going to fully power it up, you are going to need his 87 overall Core Elite card, which is going for about 18K, and you're going to need his power up, obviously, which is going for about 1.2K. Whether you want to put a power up pass on Kittle on that 87 overall, that's your call, but you can see this card is not super expensive, but just that base card, that Zero Chill card, which is up for 107K right now, you could probably find between 80 and 90K. So all of those things considered is why I feel that Kittle comes in at the number 3 position. Okay, coming in at the number 2 position is another solid card, and another card when you consider the kind of theme team that the Washington football team has, one of the top, some would say, 3 theme teams in the game. This Chris Cooley card right here can play out of its mind, especially when on a theme team. Now, even if you don't want to run on a theme team, the base card itself comes with 88 speed, 91 short route running, 91 medium route running, and you're not being completely hamstrung in the run blocking department either. 77 run blocking is pretty solid. The 90 catch stat you like to see, the 92 catch in traffic stat you like to see as well. Those are going to get boosted some once you have play fake fully maxed out. Once you have play fake fully maxed out, this card's going to get over 95 short and medium route running. So you definitely like to see that. When you have this card fully powered up, maxed out with Sprinter, it's actually going to get up to 91 speed, so 1 speed better than George Kittle. If you don't power it up, it's still going to be at that 90 speed threshold. I will say Chris Cooley on my main team is still my starting tight end. Well, he was still my starting tight end until I get to the number 1 player that you'll see here in a second. But this card is still performing and is still able to go up to make plays over some of the 97, 98 overall safeties that you're going to see in the game right now. Depending on your scheme, obviously, that's going to do a lot. However, this card can still get separation, and it's still a solid card, and it's a very solid card if you are on a budget. 6'3", you definitely like to see the height there, and he has the possession archetype, so as mentioned, that tight end apprentice is going to be a 1 ability point ability. Alright, and as you can see here, this card is up for about 98K right now. Now, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get this for cheaper than 98K. If you want to hang around the auction house for a little longer, you could probably get it under 90K, I would say. If you want to power it up, you could do one of 2 things. You could buy this card for 98K, and then go ahead and buy his power up. He only needs 2 cards, 2 items. It's going to be the power up. It's going to be the aforementioned 93 overall legend card. Power-up's only going for 1,200 coins. You could do his ultimate challenge if you wanted to and not have to spend 1,200 coins because you're going to get the power-up once you do and complete 1 star's worth of that challenge. But this is cheap enough to the point where you could just go get this. You're not really losing out on a lot there, right? Or, if you didn't want to go that route, you could purchase this 94 overall fully powered up version to where you don't have to spend the training to fully powered up. You could buy this Series Redux Legend card of Chris Cooley for probably about 110 to 115K most likely. So all those reasons considered, this card is a solid option at the tight end position. Was up until the last day or two my number 1 tight end on my main team. Chris Cooley comes in at the number 2 spot. Okay, if you are on a budget, you must check out these 92 overall Ultimate Legends card. We have had a few so far. Brian Dawkins, Isaac Bruce, just to name a few, and this guy right here is going to go on that list as well. These cards, their attributes are absolutely insane, and when you consider some of the archetypes of the attributes, it adds even more value to them. We're talking about this 92 overall Jeremy Shockey as the number 1 budget option, and it's not even close. I'm going to tell you why. The base card comes with 92 speed. That's going to get powered up once you have Sprinter maxed out at 40 to 94 speed. So he's going to be plus 3 speed better than the other 2. Really plus 4 speed better than Kittle, but plus 3 speed better than Chris Cooley. So he is leaps and bounds faster than both of those cards. The base card is faster than both of those cards with Sprinters maxed out completely. The route running attributes are there as well. 91 short and 91 medium is going to get over that 95 threshold once you have play fake fully maxed out also, and you're not losing a lot in the run blocking department either. 78 run block is very solid. 91 catching, 91 catch in traffic, those are going to get boosted up as well once you have play fake fully maxed out. Shockey is 6'5", so as mentioned, the height is going to play a factor, especially if your opponent is going to run true linebackers at linebacker that are not going to animate. He's going to be able to moss those linebackers. He's going to come down with it, especially with that catch and traffic stat there, too. Finally, he has the possession tight end archetype, so tight end apprentice is a 1 ability point ability, so you do not have to add an extra ability point on because of his archetype. You can use that extra ability point somewhere else in your team. It's not even close with the attributes, and it's also not even close when you take into account how much this card is going for versus the other 2 cards on our list. You can pick this card up for $60K. I'm about to sell Chris Cooley, and I'm about to pick this card up right here, and I'm going to actually end up being about plus 50 to 60K to the good after doing it, and I'm going to have a better tight end for it. This Shockey card right here is one of the best budget cards that we have covered throughout this entire series thus far. You need to go out, you need to pick this card up if you need help at the tight end position. This is the #1 budget option, probably the #1 budget option across the board for any card we've covered up to this point. Okay, so that is going to do it for this video. I hope you did enjoy. I want to know what your thoughts are of my list of the top 3 budget tight ends. Leave that, as well as any questions you have, in the comment section down below. I love interacting with each and every one of you down there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like rating, and if you'd like to see more content, hit the subscribe button and turn the notification bell on to stay updated with all of my uploads. I'm ImJslay, signing out today. I'll catch you all on my next video.